What up, Girl Scouts? It is Pone, and I am bringing you guys another CoD4 gameplay. I am using the G3 today. I think I'm using it with the red dot sight. I'm pretty sure I'm using the red dot sight on it. Because the only other time that I ever use anything on this would be like the silencer. And at that point, that it's kind of okay to use it, but I like to make a noise. I like to be seen and heard. I'm here. I'm queer. I'm proud. Let's do it. So I like to be out there a little bit more. And why not be precise with it? Because the recoil is controllable with this gun, and it becomes a very, very lethal gun. It is a very powerful gun. If you use it properly, it could definitely be your favorite, especially if you've got a good trigger finger. You know, if you're used to, playing with yourself, it's just like it's probably the gun for you. So, anyways, we're gonna cut through real quick, and I wanted to talk about football. Hang on. I wanted to talk about football today, and you guys are like, what? What do you mean football? I'm talking football. For all my, UK fans and stuff like that, football. I'm talking North American football. Norte Americano, okay? I'm talking about, like North American football. I think even Canada has a league. I don't know, but nobody cares about Canada. So anyways, I still love you guys, though. It's just Pone, though. Nobody else, no other American. Just Pone, los Canadians. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about football and how it influences our young and everything like that, because football is just pure badassedness. I know, I don't even think that's a word, but that's just how exotic football is. And I know it gets a little weird and it's a little boring, 30 seconds to pick a call. There's a little bit of break period, Yeah, can you imagine having to play all the way through, like having like 10 plays set down, just do it, no huddle, all game long? It'd be crazy as shit, right? So anyways, what I wanted to talk about is the idea behind football. Now, it's grown over the years, It used to be like the old American pastime for the States was baseball. But in all honesty, baseball's a cool sport, takes skill to do. But Jesus Christ, it's boring as shit to watch. It seriously is. I would go and watch golf beforehand, where he whispers to me and he hits this, and he's taking 5 seconds to wait, the breeze is right, and he plugs it between his cheeks. Even like the announcers are like boring as shit in golf, but I'd still watch that over baseball. Now I think that NFL is taken over because it is entertaining. It's always changing, That's the thing, like it's why half of these sports are dying, like baseball. Everything's the same damn thing. He hits a ball, it goes in a big fucking circle. The end. NASCAR, keep taking a left. The end. That's why all of these things are dying. NFL at least changes a little bit. And you can put that reference to COD, too. I mean, if it wasn't for COD coming out with a new game every year, Call of Duty would probably die. I can handle 6 months of the same type of game type and, seeing people clutch things or try different weird guns. But if it got to the point where we had to deal with the same game for 2 or 3 years in a row, Call of Duty would be dead. And that's just the idea behind it. But I think the NFL and all of these, football and college high school teams and everything like that are actually able and capable of making some of these badass things. And I'm sorry if my mic got a little loud right there, but anyways, I'm going to go warm up over here in this corner and get back to my story, right? So, I wish I had some milk and cookies right now. So, anyways, what I wanted to talk about is how it inflicted me. Like, when I was growing up, it was back when, I first started getting into football. It was from my father. It's usually something that you learn from your father, and you usually inherit his team. But unfortunately, I live in Ohio, so I'm not about to inherit the Browns or Bengals. I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about, guys. It's just how it is. It's like, I don't want to inherit that. What? My dad has AIDS. Yeah, I'll take that too. No. It doesn't mean you have to, but they really do try to shove it down your throat because, you know what, you're going to do it. You're going to be 4 years old. You're going to have a tattoo of the fucking Browns helmet. They don't even have anything on their helmet, so why am I just going to put a little orange stamp on my leg? I don't know. So anyways, a stupid-ass team. But anyways, it sucks, right? Most people are like, yeah, man, I rep my team now. I'm not a big college guy. I used to be because of my grandpa. But then again, I grew up, and, I realized college wasn't for me. They use a really, really big ball. I mean, some of the rules are crazy, the 1 foot in kind of stuff. And I'm like, And I just personally think it's more of a man's game. The difference between college and football and NFL, Jesus Christ, it's a whole different thing. You're playing with men. You're not little boys anymore. The experience really, really shows. You're playing against veterans, and these guys get hammered. Even the big guys that are way, way larger than some of these other NFL guys get flattened because they're not ready for it. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about is, I'm sorry I get sidetracked sometimes. Some of you guys but I'm trying to explain a little bit because a lot of people do not watch North American football or anything like that. We got a lot of foreign viewers in here, so that's just what it is. Hopefully some of you guys have seen it before. They're trying to incorporate, getting games and trying to do some games over in like London and stuff like that. So they're trying to reach out a little bit more. They're looking for exposure. Don't wait too long, man. They're gonna start doing giveaways and shit too. So whatever it takes, guys. YouTube money. And it's gonna be pretty badass because they're trying to expand. And anyways, like I said, my father tried to get me into it, and this was back when I was young, when it was down to he was a big diehard Super Cowboys fan. I don't know where he got that from. My guess, the cheerleaders. All honesty, because this was back when it was, you know, Emmitt Smith, when he was running shit. And he was a monster back then. Jesus Christ, he was a monster. So I grew up, the first person I saw, my first idol, football-wise, was Emmitt Smith. The dude was a monster. And that's how things grew. And then that's where it adapted. And then I got older, and I didn't want anything to do with my father. And then during that gap of in between where I was like 13, 15, to when I was like 18, I didn't pay any attention to football. And then my mother's boyfriend got me involved in fantasy football. And then all of a sudden I started picking it back up. I went in there, I found my own teams. I like the Saints and the Eagles. Those are my teams. And that's where I am right now. So I got back involved in it. And and because of him, I started playing it a little bit more too. So when I was in early high school and everything like that, I started playing football. And then people found out that I had an arm. I was extremely accurate. I was an extremely accurate passer. I was really, really good. I could throw, you know, crazy passes. Like as soon as I used to do things, we used to practice in gym class, and they wanted to recruit me for our quarterback position, and I was like, oh, I'm not used to being in front of people. My anxiety wouldn't allow me to. So I played soccer for a while when I was younger. A bad car accident kind of hurt my chances. I was actually probably going to go pro. I was that year I was signed up to go to Brazil on some random retreat to get trained by this like world famous trainer or whatever, and then that kind of went downhill, and I saw a potential with football, but then it kind of lost my interest a little bit. I was a hell of a quarterback. I wasn't the biggest guy in the world either. I was probably about 170, you know, 5'11", and you know, to be a quarterback, especially to make it in the pros, you need to be, you know, at least a little bit over 6 foot, because you got to see over those fucking Sasquatches in your way. So that's what it came down to. So I didn't pursue that anymore. So then football really took an important role in my life. I played street football, which was really rough football, you know, torn beaters, broken noses. Then I went into playing, you know, neighborhood football, where it was more easy. It was like anyone from 13-year-old to 33-year-olds were playing, and we'd all get together, play in the dome, which was this giant court, but it had this giant little grass bowl in the middle. And we play football like that, and I do that every day, all summer long for years. And you know, it grew on me. It really helped me adapt and get healthy and meet friends and exposure and everything like that. And I thought that was a cool feature. And then it got into where I got into fantasy football, and now I pay attention to it. I see what's going on. I try to calculate, and it's become like a math thing. So football has been a very, very big part of my life, and I know it sounds kind of weird, but you know, I'm kind of out of my athletic phase. I'd probably be set for linebacker before I would quarterback now, but I still do have an arm. Maybe I should get like a Pone Star, Peyton Manning montage together or something like that. I don't know. So I wanted to ask you guys, honestly, what do you guys think about football? What do you guys think about it? Because, you know, I wanted to ask you guys. Some of you guys are younger. I mean, have your fathers tried to encourage you guys to check it out? I mean, I don't know. My dad was really laid back, though. He'd like go buy me a brawl just to fuck with me. So he'd make jokes, and I just wanted to see him, because some fathers, you know, force football down their, you know, kids' throats. Some of them are like, no, I should rather you play chess and get an Ivy League education or something, you know. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys have any influences in football anyways? Because like I said, this was 10, 15 years ago. I want to see if things have changed at all. I want to know if you guys are into fantasy football. I mean, they're trying to adapt and expand, and I wanted to know, honestly, what you guys thought about it. And then not to mention that there are a handful of you guys out there that are well aware of what North American football is, but I want to know what your guys' opinion on it. And most of the answer I'm expecting is soccer's better. Soccer wears you out a lot more than football. I don't care what anybody fucking says. I've played them both. So anyways, guys, hope you understand and enjoy the commentary. Please get back to me. Let me know what you think down below. I will get you up another couple of videos up tonight. So peace out, guys. Get it.